Good afternoon, dear children. Today we will mark a few more mountains and Sahara Desert and a few more rivers in the map of Africa. To begin with, we will be starting with the Sahara Desert, and as we all know that the Sahara Desert lies in the low central plateau. We have learned that in the last class, and this desert forms a part of this entire low central plateau. It extends from the Atlantic in the west to the Red Sea in the east, and it covers an area of about 8.6 million square kilometers. So it becomes a huge area. So the entire area out here is your Sahara Desert. But we need to decide the northern boundary and the southern extent of the Sahara Desert, and we'll mark that very clearly in our maps today. For the northern border, we'll be marking a line which will be starting from the country named Western Sahara to the eastern border of Tunisia. If you look at your political maps, here, to be very precise, we'll be starting from the border edge, coastal border of your Western Sahara up till your Tunisia, eastern border of Tunisia. Now let us mark it neatly. I hope all of you follow me and you will have no problem in marking at all. Now this is your northern boundary, that is the Sahara Desert will be below this. So for the southern border, the line starts from the country named Guinea here, which is along the western coast of Africa and up to the eastern coast of Somalia. So it is a drooping line that we will be making as the border of Sahara. I would request everybody to mark along with me so that you have no problem. Here you see this lake, we can easily understand, just we are going to go above it while touching it. So we can start approximately from here, make a slight shady line out with dashes so that you have no problem in demarcating till your Somalia. As I told you, it's a drooping line. So we have our border ready here. Now we can just darken it up and understand that this, now here we are crossing the exact curvature along your river Nile up till your Somalia. So now this area in between this northern line and the southern line, you can shade it all yellow with your yellow colored pencil, sharpened ones, so that you can easily mark it as a area of Sahara Desert. So if you have shaded properly, your Sahara Desert will be clearly visible like this. Now don't worry that your rivers are in between the desert. We have already learnt about it. The river Nile flows through the Sahara Desert and the Niger River also. Lake Chad is also there. It's an area of inland drainage which we will also get to know about. Now let us mark the Namib Desert and the Kalahari Desert. In the last class, we learned that the Namib and Kalahari deserts are part of the high plateau of the South Africa. Now this Namib Desert gets its name from the country it lies in, that is Namibia. Now it runs along the western coast in southwest Africa. Let us mark it in the map. We take the central point of this curvature along your western coast of Africa. We just put a dot out here and just one small dot above the River Orange. We're not touching the River Orange. And then we'll join these two lines with a very thin extension. And here we have a Namib Desert marked. In the political map, you can see we have marked the Namib Desert from here till here, just above the River Orange. You see River Orange out here? So we have it entirely in the country of Namibia. Similarly, we'll be marking the Kalahari Desert which lies mostly along your Botswana country. So both your desert will look like this only, Namib Desert and your Kalahari Desert. While marking the Kalahari Desert, we only need to keep in mind that we are along our Tropic of Capricorn, and half of your Kalahari Desert will be on top and half below. But we will not be touching the River Orange at all. We'll be remaining, or we'll be keeping our Kalahari Desert in the country of Botswana only, approximately only up to there. Yes, here. And we'll be shading this with the color yellow like we have shaded the Namib Desert, and then we'll be properly marking it. So here children, we see we've already marked the Namib Desert. We have properly labeled it also. We have shaded our Kalahari Desert. We'll properly write the name Kalahari Desert. We have properly marked it as Kalahari Desert. So today, right now, up till now, we have already marked our Sahara Desert, Namib Desert, and the Kalahari Desert. Now we will move ahead and mark our Mount Kilimanjaro. Now I am marking all in sequence because we had read about these two and the Sahara Desert in the previous class. Now we need to mark the Mount Kilimanjaro, which lies in the high plateau of the south. It is near the equator. This is your equator line. It is very near the equator. Still, it has a it's a snow-capped mountain, and we had already discussed the answer. Because of its high altitude, it remains covered with snow. So here we have marked it properly and written the name along with it. So now we will remember that these three features, that is your Kalahari Desert, Namib Desert, and Mount Kilimanjaro, lie in the high plateau of the south. We have marked most of the features, only one is left, that is your Ethiopian plateau, which also we will be marking today. The Ethiopian plateau is in the eastern part of Africa. That is, it majorly lies in the country of Ethiopia. Therefore, it is known as the Ethiopian plateau or the Abyssinian plateau. Now, if you look at your map here, they have also mentioned the Ethiopian highlands. Now, if they are highlands, they are also a raised platform, that is your plateau area. So we'll be marking this properly in our map. Your Ethiopian plateau will look something like this while we are marking it in the country of Ethiopia, and it will not be touching the river Nile at all because we are not marking the Blue Nile and the White Nile. Therefore, we'll just be marking the Ethiopian highland or the plateau. As we just saw in the map where it was previously marked, it is a crude diamond shaped plateau, and here we're just making it sure that we are not touching the Nile, but we are just taking a demarcation from here that this curvature we can start the bend or we can move towards the north. Now this becomes your first line,